You have every reason and right to complain. But then go and conquer it. You've accurately assessed the situation, accepted the facts about it, acknowledged what it's going to take for you to make yourself either active or absent accordingly. You've accumulated all the evidence and information necessary to figure out what needs to be done. It's time to go and accomplish it. It's time for you to see a you where you keep seeing evidence or an excuse of why up until this point it hasn't been. You have everything you need to start and finish the job of doing everything that you can to make the change, the difference, or the outcome that you believe is best for you. If not, who has it then? Who's responsible? Whose fault is it? Who gonna pay for it? Who does it really matter to? And if the answer to any of those questions is outside of yourself, you might not be ready to take this thing to the next level. Because any and everything other than you as a reason for what the problem is does not matter. You know what does? You. And the next step is whatever you do now, whatever it takes, whatever you have, whatever you say, whatever you choose. You have something that needs to be done, somewhere to go, some work to get to working on and finished, some changes that you want to see and have come to pass. What's it going to take to make it all happen? Whatever you use. But you are not as limited as you think you are. A great deal of the stuff that's in your way, stopping you, telling you not to, holding you back, or responsible for why you aren't, haven't, or don't, is more a figment of your imagination than it is a fact or formidable opposition to challenge you. It's there. But if you move, it won't, because it can't go anywhere. You just don't think that far. You bought into the lie that your mistake was unforgivable, that your wrong was so wrong that you could never be seen as right again. But shit happens. A lot of times just because nothing you can do to prevent or postpone it. But it don't have to be like that from that point forth. That was the story until you change the narrative because you don't like it. Turn the page. Choose to start a new chapter and rewrite it then. You're already seen as the villain, someone that plays a victim, or like what you did is the very reason that someone is able to say whatever it is that they have to say about you. And you've been letting all of that be the reason that you don't have any of what you would have if you weren't listening to any of it. So what happens when you start to believe what you say instead of believing only them? Well, you're about to. You're about to see what happens when you decide that you've had enough and that last thing was really the last thing. And now the only thing to do is what you need to do for you to thrive. You get what you want out of this life by telling yourself that you want it, then doing whatever it takes to go and get it, not by asking. So at the very least, you should try. You don't need to be constantly reminded of what didn't, what couldn't, why it's not, nor all the wrong, let alone how it's your fault, what you're responsible for, nor the list of all that they say, you think, etc., that usually works to pull you right back into repeating those same situations and cycles. It's time for you to forget anything that has had the power to pause or prevent you pressing forward by giving you the perspective that you don't have the permission to put yourself in the position to push through the progress above whatever place you might be in. Once you give yourself that break, put it in your mind and mouth that you deserve to have a breakthrough. Then prepare yourself to do what that takes. And that's just what you might do. And you might lose. Or you win like you expected to. You're going to go through the same nonsense, drama, trauma, mess, chaos, hate, resistance, rejection, and disrespect, whether you do or don't decide to be defined by what the level of damage has done to distract you from doing better. Just know that it's more bad because that's what you see, say, and settle for. That's what you've assumed, allowed, and accepted. But there is a better that's expecting you. And a dream, a talent, a skill, a personality, a gift, a power, all waiting for you to step in and walk in the faith and assurance that only you have a right to. Sure, someone else will try and they might get close to being or doing what you can, but that particular dream, that particular talent, skill, personality, gift, spirit, power, it belongs to a specific and particular person for its best use to be manifest. And there is just no one or nobody like you.